Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and how to get women to notice you if you are on semen retention. And this comes from a topic that was sent by a subscriber to the channel and the emails in my email, saying he's not noticing the woman attraction on his journey. He's been on a journey for about 30 days, he said, 45 up to 45 days, and he says he's not noticing the woman attraction and stuff like that. And I was trying to get him to do a consultation to go more into detail, but he hasn't responded back. But I just thought, I'll come quick and do a quick little woman attraction audio. I haven't done one in a minute, but this inspired me to do it when I seen the email and made sure to take a note on it. Before I jump into this topic, I would like you guys to like the content when you come across it. If you're a subscriber, I thank you. I show my deepest gratitude. Make sure you like the content when you catch a hold of it. If you're new, welcome. You also, if you're new, make sure you like the content, subscribe. If you're new, of course, share the content, comment, let's engage. Also, I do consultations. Reach out to me through the email to set up, phone consultations, video call consultations, whatever, what have you. Ways to donate to the channel will be in the description. I have Cashapp, Crowd of Boys with a Z, $, Crowd of Boys with a Z. PayPal is the email, crowdofboyz with a Z @gmail.com. Once again, all that good stuff is in the description. And last thing before I jump into this content is we just gonna jump right into it. So how to get women to notice you if you're on semen retention and you're not receiving the benefits of the female attraction. And first things first is where you are going. Where are you at? Where do you frequent? All right. Is it work, school, grocery store, corner store, convenience store? I don't know. A lot of guys come across the content, so I don't know what's in your area. I say corner store because, I'm in the East Coast of the United States. We have corner stores, we have, bodegas and stuff like that. I'm far away from a bodega where I currently live now, but I grew up in certain neighborhoods where, it's an active neighborhood. Do you go to the park? Do you go to the gym? Do you go to coffee shops? Do you go to certain restaurants? Do you go to the movies? All these things you are able to do on your own. You don't need a female or a date with you to go to certain places. All right. When I bring up, restaurants and things of that nature, the movies, I go to the movies on my own also. You dig what I'm saying? So it has a lot to do where you go, right? Where you at? If it's at work and there's females at your job, that's a primal place. A lot of people say, that's not good to mess with women in the workplace because it's bad for your career and this and that. Listen, if you trust yourself and if your intentions are pure, then you will attract, especially if you're on semen retention, you will attract good people towards you. So anybody that's trying to play certain games with you or you think that's going to jam you up, that's just going into it with a negative mindset. The female that I deal with now is in the workplace. All right. So to say, don't, it's like a unwritten rule or some shit like that, not to mess with women in the workplace. That's actually a good place to find a woman at because she's working. I'm gonna let y'all meditate on that for a minute. If you are at work, I work at a warehouse, so there's an abundance of women here, right? Young, old, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of women here, black, white, Hispanic, Indian, whatever. But to really find a woman who works hard, and especially the shift that I work, if you can find a female that does overnight, and that says a lot about her and the sacrifice that she's willing to put, because I've been with women who don't work that hard, think they could get over with their looks, or won't go the extra mile to take in a irregular shift like an overnight shift in work think they're too good for that. To find a female in the workplace is actually a good thing. That shows her work ethic. You get to see how often she calls out, whether she comes in or whatever the case may be. And not to clock these women, anything like that, but that just shows, to me, you know what I'm saying? I looked at that as a quality. A hardworking man is a good thing. It's respectable, but a hardworking female is just as respectable, bro. You dig? So where you are at, your environment, where women where you are at, where you place yourself, the gym is another place that is good to find women, but most of the time it's kind of a it could throw you for a loop because the clothes that these women wear, you know, the attention that they get from other dudes also. You dig what I'm saying? It's a playground, if you will. Some women just go to the gym to get the attention. They don't even really go to work out for real. But once again, when your energy is moving a certain way, you will attract good people to you. This is what the semen retention does. This is what it is. You pick up on the good vibes and you're able to go and work off of that. So a lot of it has to do with where are you at. Now, when you have that in place, right, about your environment, where are you putting yourself at, right? You have to add, before we even get to the point of women looking at you, staring at you, eye contact and stuff like that, for some of us, it's just natural. All right. I don't want to call any of you guys and say that you're ugly or anything. That's why you're not getting the women attraction. Yes, your energy makes you attractive, right? When you're on semen retention, you will get that. Even if you're not that handsome of a man, you know, we all have our flaws. It is what it is. I'm just, you know, being honest. Myself personally, before I found out about semen retention and jumped on it, I didn't really care too much about the female attraction because I never had an issue with getting a girlfriend, picking up on women, talking to women, and having sex. It was just my mindset of talking to women and dealing with women was different. I was overly sexualized. So when I talked to them, I had an agenda. I was talking to them with the expectations and the aspirations of myself to have sex with them, not to really have a meaningful conversation with them. All right. So, you know, and that was back in my single days before I got married and stuff like that. I'm just, you know, saying what my mindset was and what my intentions was. If your attention on semen retention, right? We jump on this journey to not waste our seed anymore and be out here giving away our seed frivolously. Some of us men want to hold on to our seed for so long that we don't even want to waste it until we are ready to procreate, until we are ready to have a baby, which is great. You know, that's the power of creation. That's what makes you a god on this earth. Your power to create another human life force. Meditate on that for a minute. All right. But understand that your mindset has to change. You yourself first have to commit to these changes on semen retention. You have to take your focus and mind away from the woman attraction and let it just come to you naturally. If you aren't that handsome of a man, you have to work on other qualities on yourself to make you more handsome, enhance your appearance, dress nicer, make sure that you are moisturized on your skin, your face. The semen retention helps. It builds up your masculine frame. All right. Other things get women off too, as far as the way you speak to them. All right. Your voice gets deeper. Your vibration, all right, of your voice carries, it channels to these women, and you're holding on to something that they can pick up on, pheromones and other things. You're not excluded from that just because you don't have physical appearance. All right. When we talk about the physical, a woman may look at you first glance, and if you're not that handsome of a man, they might just see you. Wow, you know, he's not that handsome, but there's something about him. You know, that's what will probably go through their mind if you're on semen retention. All right. Once again, I've never had a problem with picking up on women or whatever the case may be, women finding me attractive for my looks. But I'm pretty sure, and now when I go back into my Rolodex of certain interactions, a lot of women were probably turned off by me once when I begin to speak, by my body language, where my eyes went to when I talked to them, not making eye contact, not paying attention to what they're saying, just thinking of the next thought of what I'm gonna say to get into this woman's pants. That's a turn off for women, my guys. It don't matter how handsome you are. And I'm not the most, gorgeous looking man in the world. I got a lot of confidence in myself, in my appearance. I've been told I'm very handsome, especially on semen retention. I get a lot of looks and attention. But when you begin to speak and the way you carry yourself, women pick up on that, and that's a turn off for them. Because there's other men out here that may look better. There's always somebody that looks better than you, that got more money than you, appearance, physicality, got more muscles than you, whatever the case may be. Those men are in the same boat, and these women have probably encountered that same type of spirit that came along, and women, once again, are very intuitive, picked up on that energy and said, nah, I don't want to deal with this dude. Women have told me I've been a player, I've been a womanizer, all types of things in my past, a man whore, all this other shit, right? And that, obviously comes after me doing some dirty shit, breaking their heart, cheating, or whatever the case may be, or just playing them out after I got what I wanted. When I reflect back on it, is a very bad feeling, and that lowered my value as a man. And this is what I'm going to get to next. Before you start focusing on the women attention and the woman attraction, I should say, and women aren't noticing you also, if you're on semen retention, and that's something that you want, and that's something that you seek, you're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for wanting love. You're not wrong for wanting a loving relationship, a healthy relationship, someone to share your life with. All right. You're not wrong for wanting to have children. You need a woman for that, and to court the right woman and have the right woman in your life. You're not wrong for that. This audio is for those guys who seek that. You dig what I'm saying? If you come across this and you're, coming to the content and you're not in that season yet, then, it's fine. You're coming to, still like the content, still support your boy. But, I'm catering to those guys because guys give up when they don't get the woman attraction. All right. And it's very important that you guys understand this, that you work on yourself first. A high value man adds value to his life. You add value to your life first. All right. Understand, a high value man, not material things and status and shit like that. You jump on the semen retention journey to become higher in vibration, higher in spirit, higher in your movements, and and those material things will manifest. It's just about what you want, and you will be able to get it. To be an interesting man, you have to have interest. You have to have hobbies. You have to have things going on with yourself. I made an audio not too long ago saying, you have to have your shit together as a man. Women find that attractive. A man that has balance. His mental is right. His spirit is right. His physical is right. You take care of your body. You eat well. You're reading books to expand your knowledge on various topics. Spiritually, you get into spirituality. I recommend you guys get into spirituality, and I even recommend opening up your mind and kind of separate yourself from dogma or doctrine, because you will have more to talk about than just that set doctrine. That's what makes you more interesting. It makes you more mysterious. You got something else going on with you. You a little, you challenge the norms. Women find that interesting because when you stand out like that, you separate yourself from other men. When we are in semen retention, we're already separating ourselves from other men in the spirit. But now when you get to speak, you're talking about something different. She's never heard nobody even talk like this. Not only your vibration of your voice is doing something to her, but also the topics that you're speaking on. And I say spirituality because that's what I'm into. But just read books on different topics, man. Just read. You'll have more knowledge and you'll be a source of information. And when you begin to express yourself and you'll have things to talk about and being able to carry a conversation, you'll be able to speak better to these women, right? You won't, even if you're nervous around that certain female that you're trying to talk to, right? You won't be fumbling over your words because you've been reading. That helps you with your words. You dig? So understand these concepts. Have to be an interesting man. And it's the same as law of attraction. To be an attractive man, you must become attractive. It's the same thing about piquing a woman's interest. You have to be interesting. You have to add value to yourself to become interesting. To be an interesting man, you have to add interest to your life. Have hobbies. Exercise. Go to the gym. Sports, cooking, singing, reading. Bring something to the table that separates you, man. To attract a female to you, to get a woman to notice you, all right? Beyond the physical, once again, beyond the physical attraction, to pique her interest, meaning to catch her curiosity, all right? To have her curious about you or have her interested, you must have interests of your own, which creates mutual interest. You find out with these women, what do we actually have in common? You take sex off the table on your semen retention journey. You have your own interests. When you bring that to the table, what is she bringing to the table? That's why I'm saying when you talk to these women, you pick up on interests, you have topics other than sex to talk about. That forces her to have to go to match your vibration. And if she can't match your vibration, if you guys can't get on a mutual vibration, then she's not for you. But this is the way to find out if you have mutual interests, if you have things in common, if you guys have real chemistry. This creates mutual interest, which creates more attraction. It goes beyond the physical attraction. Once we find out women are or have that mutual interest for you, yes, she may look good as hell. But if she doesn't notice you, or, she probably does notice you, but not giving it away, you won't ever know if you are really attracted to her, not her face, not her body, her actual being, her actual feminine aspect of that woman. You don't know if you're really attracted to her. That's the flesh that you're attracted to. Oh, she don't notice me, but I'm attracted to her. How do you really know if you're attracted to her? Because she looks good? You need to speak to these women. Pique their interest, have things going on with you, because when you walk up to her and be like, I work here, if you're in the workplace, I work here and I go to the gym, I do this. But if you're not, and I'm not saying you need to put everything out there on the table, right? Certain things, once you start to add value to yourself and you become this high value man, right? When you start to add value to yourself, your actions will speak louder than your words. If you really have things going on for you, around you, and she asks you, what are you doing today? Or what are you doing this weekend? You will have to explain to her, well, I'm into this, so I'll be doing this. Or what do you do in your free time? I basically sit at home, read. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, what type of books do you read? You carry on that conversation. Once when you start to add that value to yourself, you can pique women's interest better. This makes you attractive more than the physical. So stop paying attention to the physical aspect. If women aren't noticing you in the physical, once again, it may be because you're not as handsome as other men. But until you walk up on them, talk to them respectfully, treat them nice, and actually talk about a topic other than sex. You have that power on semen retention. Your mind shouldn't be on sex right now. It should be about retaining. Your goal should be something else. If it is about dating and having sex, then, good luck. I'm giving you certain tips. Don't use this just to get in a woman's pants. You know, it is what it is. You're going to make your decision on what you're going to do with this information. But this is the ground basis of creating a healthy relationship, finding someone with mutual interests and really building upon that. All right. So with that said, my boys, I'm going to leave y'all with that. Once again, make sure y'all like the content. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you boys from the bottom of my heart. With that said, as always, with love and peace.